Hi guys and welcome back. Today I'm talking you through how to do this drugstore everyday spring makeup look. Don't forget to subscribe and let's go. Starting with the 17 Skin Wow, I'm going to prime my skin. This is the very first time I've used this product and on first impressions I love the finished look on my skin. It has that perfect level of dewiness but it doesn't look greasy when you follow it up with foundation. And for foundation today, I'm using the Revlon Color Stay in the shade Buff, and this is the normal to dry skin foundation. Oh my gosh, yeah, don't do that. Do not do that. That was tragic. Make sure you very carefully open the lid and apply your foundation. I'm using a brush today because I want to make sure that we see the radiance of the primer through the foundation. Spring to me is all about dewy, natural looking skin, and that's the look that I'm going for today. So we don't want to overpower it with lots of foundation. For brows today, I'm using the Sleek Makeup Brow Kit. I'm starting with the left-hand darker shade just to map out the base shape of my brows, and then I'll go back in with the powder just to touch up any areas that may need it and to set those brows. And using a clean angled brush, I'm going to sharpen up those brows. To prime my lids, the NYX Wonder Stick, and I'm taking the lightest edge, applying that onto my lid and just softly blending it out using my finger. Next up, eyeshadow. I'm using the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette, and I'm taking the champagne color first, and I'm going to apply that all over the lid as our base. Next up, this beautiful berry shade, and I'm once again applying that all over the lid. I'm just patting that on with a brush and then very softly blending it out in kind of like a smooth transition. And using the brown eyeshadow, I'm going to add some depth to my upper lash line. Finally, I'm just going to use a clean brush to blend out the outer edges to make sure it's all perfectly smooth. And for mascara, the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is one of my favorite mascaras, and I'm applying a small coat. For lashes today, the Eyelure Enchanted Cherished Lashes. These are a 3/4 length size lash, and they are beautiful. Finish with another coat of mascara. For concealer today, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade 15. And I'm applying this to my under eye area, my chin, the center of my nose, and also my forehead. Now, I did actually buy shade 10 in the States, but then when I got home and did my haul video, you guys said that shade 15 is actually lighter, and that's what this is today. I'm actually quite impressed with how this performed, so if you want a dupe for the Urban Decay or the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, this could well be it. To add a touch more luminosity, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Illuminating Concealer, and I'm just going to apply this to the under eye area and then blend it out using my finger. This will add a touch more brightness to the under eye area. Back to the NYX Wonder Stick, and now we're going to use the darker side for contouring. I'm applying this into the hollows of my cheeks, my forehead, the bottom of my chin, and also along the sides of my nose. Then I'm once again going to use that same foundation brush to blend this out. I find that by using a brush to blend it out, you do get a slightly stronger contour than you would have if you'd used a wet or damp beauty blender. Take your time and build up the contour slowly if you're not used to doing it. I do have a contour tutorial which I will leave linked down below if you'd want a step-by-step, more in-depth version of this. To set my base, I'm using the Maybelline Matte Maker Powder, and I'm just applying this on the concealed areas. I don't want to mattify my face too much, so I'm just concentrating on the under eye area, my chin, and also my forehead. Next up, blush. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Blusher in the shade All I Think About Is You, and I'm just applying this to the tops of my cheeks. I wasn't feeling the eyes, so I went back in with the Scandalize in the shade Nude to line my lower lash line, and to finish that off, I'm taking the Collection Extreme Colored Lengthening Lash Mascara. This is just the standard black mascara, and I want to use this to elongate those lashes. And to highlight today, I'm using the Collection Speedy Highlight in the shade Pearl Sheen. This is probably my favorite product I've used today. It is such a beautiful, natural looking highlight that isn't too out there, but it just gives you enough glam for an everyday look, and I love this, highly recommend this, and look forward to using it much more. Let's finish off with some lips. I'm taking the L'Oreal Lip Liner Couture in the shade 630 to line my lips. And for lipstick, I'm using the L'Oreal Color Riche in the shade JLo's Nudes. This is such a beautiful shade, and I can't believe I've never tried it before. Love it. And here's the finished look, my drugstore everyday spring makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you liked this look. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.